Hello, my name is Yewon Chang, and I'm part of the 2025 Ethical Consumption Before Capitalism team for Data Plus. One of our project's aims was to visualize the changes in significance of colonial locations to the British Empire. So today, I'm here to show you one of the manifestations of that aim. An interactive map of colonial locations relevant to the British Empire and their mention density in the records of the Virginia Company of London, which I'll refer to after this as the VCR. This map was created using RShiny, and the time frame of this map is the same of the VCR, so just 1606 to 1626. We're hoping to make this map into a public website later on, but until then, we invite you to run the Shiny app on your own. The code for this app and the instructions on how to run it are published to our GitHub, which we've also shared. So I'm really here just to show you how to interact with the map. So as for key features, the first thing you'll probably notice is all these different sized blue circles hovering over locations in the map. So the size of the circle corresponds to the mention density, or number of times the location was mentioned in the VCR. If I click on one of these circles, you can see the name of the location, James City, the number of times it was mentioned, 28, and the year for which we're tracking this mention density, which is 1619. Another thing that you can do is zoom in and zoom out to focus on particular regions. So right now I'm focusing on Virginia, but I can also zoom out to focus on the eastern seaboard of the United States, and we can see locations mentioned here up in Massachusetts. I can also zoom out all the way, to the rest of the world. And then here we'll see Somers Isles, which is just modern day Bermuda, and the West Indies. Another thing that you can do is just run a hands-off animation. You can press the button here and let it just run as an animation. I personally find this as one of the best ways to compare the changing significance of these locations over time. On the other hand, you can also choose a year or a set of years and then explore. So I'm going to choose the set of years of 1621 to 1623, keeping in mind that in 1622 there was the Massacre of 1622, in which indigenous groups led an ambush against the English colonists in Virginia. So let me go to 1621 here. I'm going to focus on locations here in Virginia, specifically the settlements that they set up. This is 1621. This is 1622. Let me zoom out. Let me toggle. And this is 1623. So we're seeing changes in location density, but particularly for key locations such as Waraskoyak, Martin's Hundred, and Henrico City, which all of these have experienced increases in mention density on this map. But we're also going to find here that all of these locations were affected the most by the massacre. So you can see this correlation between changes in mention density and changes in history. On another note, this map was created using Spacy's NER, named Entity Recognition Model, and refined with regex, regular expression in Python. If you'd like to see our non-clean map, only using NER and not correcting with regex for a nice data science comparison, my teammate Izzy has uploaded a recording of that map as well. But really, that's all that I have for today. Thank you so much for watching.